To determine if something is peer-reviewed when searching in the library resources like Primo, the easiest way is to use the peer-reviewed limiter when searching. So typing in your search terms, looking at the results that come up. Over here on the left, you have this peer-reviewed journals limiter. If you click that, it's then going to limit the search results by things that are only peer-reviewed. So you're seeing everything that comes up now has this peer-reviewed label on it with this purple book and eye icon. And so that's one way to know if it's peer-reviewed when using Primo. If you're using other library databases like things owned by ProQuest, they also have peer-reviewed limiters to where you can check mark that and everything coming up is officially peer-reviewed. EBSCOhost, any database owned by EBSCOhost, also has that limiter as well over here on the right, so limit to scholarly peer-reviewed. Another way to determine whether a journal is peer-reviewed is to look at the journal record itself. Remember, peer review is determined by journal, not by article specifically. So within Library's Primo Discovery tool, use this tab up at the top for journal search and type in the name of your journal. And it will come up with the item record for that specific journal. And just like with the individual items, it will have this peer-reviewed labeled with this purple icon on it. You can also see these within ProQuest and within EBSCOhost, that if you're looking at a specific article and you didn't remember to limit to peer-reviewed, you can look at the specific item record for the journals. So in the article item record, click on the journal name, and it will come up with a description for the journal within EBSCOhost. And if you scroll down here, you see that it's peer-reviewed. ProQuest does similar, that you're able to click on the journal title itself. And so for this one, Canadian Geographer, and it will bring up that item record for the Canadian Geographer within ProQuest. To see the peer-reviewed descriptor here, you do have to click on that more information there and scroll down to see that it does have that labeled. This one's up towards the top. Sometimes they're up towards the top or down the bottom, that it is peer-reviewed. A third way to determine if a journal or article you are looking at is peer-reviewed is to search for the journal within Google. So looking at that Canadian Geographer that we were looking at from the last example, and just search for peer-reviewed. Peer-reviewed is a big deal, and so it will typically come up within the description on your first page of search results, or you could look at the actual website for the journal itself, that Canadian Geographer is a peer-reviewed journal. Peer-reviewed is important. The journal is not going to hide that fact on their homepage, so typing it into Google is a really easy way to verify, is the journal I'm looking at peer-reviewed or not? And remember, if you're ever in doubt about whether a resource is peer-reviewed, you can always ask a librarian. So come back to the library homepage, click on this Ask a Librarian link on the right, and you get all the different ways you can contact us that we talked about this semester. Call us, text us, email us, or use this chat box, and we're happy to help you determine whether items are peer-reviewed or not.